to smoke one more. Taking the message to the people now. Keep smoking and growing and watching prohibition fall down.
All right, man. What's up, DGC? Happy New Year. This is my version of a New Year's party. Okay, I know most people have New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve, I should say, but it is New Year's Day. I know everybody's hanging out. I tried to watch football, but I couldn't, so I had to call a bunch of my friends up, or wanted to, and see if we could throw a party, a little YouTube party. So I will tell you, I started with my friend, the dude, who was here till about 8 minutes ago when his computer crashed. So we are hoping that the dude comes back and keeps the wheels on this thing. But Grambo,
yes, sir,
keep the wheels on this, right, man?
The wheels on the bus. You know how they do.
This is my look when I realized that Grambo's the person I asked to keep my shit together. You know, you got my back. Yeah, Grambo.
I didn't go out drinking last night. I got in home. I sat at home, watched the fireworks out the window, and so I'm fresh. I'm dadding today. I got my little mini me right across the way here.
Yeah, we all
Happy
do
New
this.
Year.
It's just, I almost called it a labor of love, but it's just fun for us. We get to hang out and talk to our friends. And man, I tell you, dude kind of makes fun of New Year's. He goes, "Oh, I don't need a calendar to make a resolution or start a new habit." But I kind of do. I love the idea of starting January, you know, and having some new ideas. Like, I'm going to pop these autoflower seeds this year, you know? Nothing, Grambo. Hey, Banner.
No, I was reading the comment.
Happy New Year. Do I have sound?
I don't know. Banner, you got sound?
Can you guys hear me?
I don't know. Well, Happy New Year anyhow, sir. Yeah, man, I brought a bunch. I called a lot of my friends and asked them if they would like to hang out this New Year's. And you know what? They said, yeah, man. So I tell you what, I will introduce one by one the great Rasta Jeff, Irie Genetics. What's up, homie?
What's up? It's great to be announced as the great Rasta Jeff. Thanks for having me, man. It looks like everybody's having some tech issues. If I do disappear, I'll come right back.
Oh, God, are we having? Yeah, we have trouble streaming to your destination, man. I don't know. Banner, we good?
Is that my destination?
No, that's going over to Real DGC. Sometimes it has a hiccup as it's going over there. So the YouTube stream, all is nominal.
Deal. Are you able to close that? Because I can't see nothing, man. Anyway, yeah, I got a whole bunch of friends coming over. So, Rasta Jeff, Canorado Chris, Cortez the Conqueror, Sports making an appearance. I Can THC if he says he can sneak out. Both Jaron and I Can THC. They're on the maybe list.
Yes, I just talked to Jaron. He's stoked to come in around 5 p.m.
All
Man,
right.
that's a large list of friends there, buddy. A lot of these people that I look up to, man.
That's like,
in this
Hell
industry.
yeah. Canorado Chris, get in here, sir.
What's going on, man?
What's going
Good to
on,
see
brother?
you. Happy New Year's, everybody. I think that we picked the beginning of the year. It's an easy reset number. You know, if you quit something or you start something, you can be like, yep, at the beginning of 2026, January 1st. I think that's an easy number.
Right.
I always do a podcast about starting fresh, like clean the room, get all the stuff you need, set some goals. I always do a show about that right at the end of the year. It's a good time to start over. You know, like you said, it's a good time. You know, I started January 1st. Very memorable day.
Look at this real quick. Banner.
Yo.
Come here. Come here. I want you to check something out really quick. Help me get rid of that. There we go. That's all good.
Me?
Right,
I'm on the screen.
Live, sir. It is live.
Help me get rid of that. And he pointed at me.
Yeah, I'm calling a shot like Babe Ruth.
There we go. No, because
park.
Tanner is my tech guy. You know, I said I was going to say it's a labor of love doing this show. And I'm like, it's no labor. I just get to hang out with my friends and be Scotty Real. And then I look over at Banner, and he's the guy that has to fix everything.
He's all stressed
It's a
in
labor
the
of
background
love.
always.
All right. Absolutely. Hey, Chris, man.
Yes, sir.
About, man, what are you psyched about? Come on, New Year's, you get to make a resolution, man. Tell me something cool you're going to do this year.
We're going to have to clean the grow room. We found powdery mildew in a 2x4 tent. So I might be borrowing your ozone machine before I start the next run.
Yeah, man, you came on heavy, bro. You came on heavy. But it's what they say, spring cleaning, right? Why not a New Year's cleaning?
Right. We're running JR's Tiki Rain this next run, so I want to make sure that there's nothing just laying around that can destroy the crop. I think that we got a handle on the powdery mildew, but I'm going to just make sure that we do a hard reset.
Yeah. Hey, bring Jeff in. I think we can handle 2 people at a time here.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could ask, have you ever dealt with powdery mildew? I would probably guess you have in your life, right?
Oh, I took over a facility that was destroyed by powdery mildew. My job was to go in there and kind of save that powdery mildew and take over that grow and make it usable. So yeah, I've definitely faced a lot of powdery mildew in my time.
You guys got a protocol for it? I mean, just burn everything. You can't burn everything.
No.
Some stuff has to go back in the room.
Find the reason. There's a reason why you're getting powdery mildew. It's not just something that appears. There's a condition, an environmental condition that is triggering that in the room. So identify that and fix that. It's probably a spike or a drop in humidity or something right when the lights go on, when the lights go off. It's probably real humid for a little while. So correct that. And then treat the powdery mildew with something, get rid of it. There's a lot of products you can use, several ways to do it. You could use Zerotol, you could use H2O2, always wear your safety gear and be protected. But yeah, a lot of ways to sprays and things to get rid of it. Defoliate heavily, spread the plants out a little bit more. Flamethrower would work, but a lot of times you tell an owner of a facility, I'm going to go in with a flamethrower, they do not get enthusiasm. They're afraid of you immediately. So flamethrower, although I wish that were the answer, not always.
In Florida, they go, hey, it's in should, whatever. Hey.
And then a lot of us, if you're in week 5 or 6 of flower and you find some of it, you just cut it out, treat it, and hope for the best. So, and then I'm going to reset the roof. So we're all right. We'll be all right.
What do you do? Like if you have powdery mildew, when do you when do you just toss the whole room?
There probably less, if I find it in like 3-4 spots and it's just in the flower and stuff like that, we're done. But if it's in like a couple minute spots, we'll defoliate everything except the flower stalks. And then we'll go in and we'll spray with Lost Coast Plant Therapy, and we'll run a 10-day treatment. It's 5 sprays, over 10 days, and wipe everything out and hope for the best.
Man, that is the key, is to hope for the best. No, I'm just kidding. Intervals, though, breaking that. I mean, I guess, what is it? You kill it, then it has to come back. Is it the same thing as like when you're doing bugs, where it's got this stage where it's where you can kill it?
With Dirk told me when we did the interview with Cortez, Dirk was saying just run the 5-day regiment, the 10 days, just like you would with the pests, and it'll get that powdery mildew.
Yeah, chat, man, who's beat powdery mildew? Hydrogen peroxide before the Lost Coast, huh? And the idea with hydrogen peroxide is super high pH, and it
it'll
goes with them.
It'll dissolve that powdery mildew and wash it right off the leaf, and at the same time, it'll disrupt the pH on the surface of the leaf, so it'll make it an undesirable place for the powdery mildew to colonize. So you're getting multiple options out of that, making it undesirable while you're dissolving powdery mildew. If you get the stronger hydrogen peroxide, not the stuff you get at Walgreens, but like a horticultural, that stuff is super strong. Make sure to wear gloves and eye protection. That will dissolve powdery mildew very quickly. Wash your trays with it. Spray everything in the whole grow with it. It'll sanitize everything. It'll smell very hospital fresh. If you're into that hospital fresh smell, it's a good way to get it.
I like the idea of that too, because as it breaks down, it just breaks down into water, which is pretty super cool. Same with the ozone. I don't want to leave a bunch of residuals. The ozone is just O3. It's an oxidizer. The residual is oxygen. But man, it is, you start using a bunch of these cleaners and stuff, and you don't know, man.
Then you mix 2 cleaners together, you never know what could happen.
Ooh, right. Yeah, mustard gas.
On accident, yeah.
Yeah, so do you guys is quarantining something y'all really do, or something you guys just say you do on TV?
No, if I get something, I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah.
If I get something new, it goes in a little quarantine area, which is right here. Like my quarantine area is just this table. There's no plants around here, so it sits on this table for a few days, and I keep an eye on it. And if I see that it's clean, I treat it when it gets here. I spray the plants that come in. They get sprayed with stuff that most people wouldn't approve of, but it's going into my production where my livelihood exists. So I definitely treat it.
I'm doing it. Grambo, write this down. New Year's resolution for 2026. Actually quarantine plants, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
I have 9 different new strains.
Ours
Practice
going the
what you
windowsill.
preach.
Yeah, ours go in the windowsill for a couple days, in my bedroom. I'm always in the room, so we look at the plants, and I've had good luck with that. And I've also lost whole grows by bringing something directly in and saying, okay, let's go.
Yeah, talking to a guy that has had root aphids and russet mites this year.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, I decided not
the worst.
Yeah, I decided not to visit your garden.
Yeah,
you're like, hey, by the way, I have russet mites. I was like, no.
You were all set to come over, weren't you, man?
Yeah.
Several years ago, a very well-known grower, very popular. I'm not going to call anybody out, but a very well-known grower and breeder sent me a cut, and spider mites I've ever battled. It took me months and months to get rid of them out of the mom room. Like it took a Colorado winter where I turned a blower around and froze those fuckers out. It was the only way to get rid of the spider mites, was to freeze them.
Oh,
God. Wow, that's not cool.
They came from California. That's all I'll say.
Oh no.
There's no resistance to being eaten, man. So I keep on them.
That's the truth.
Got like a $50 a week bug habit now, I guess, on average.
Is that what you're doing?
No, I mean, I spent probably $150 2-3 times.
You got any more of them Persimmilus?
Yeah, I do, because you have to buy 100 packs at a time, man. I only have 6 plants. Yes, and yes. Hey, I had a couple questions just going into the new year. I thought it'd be fun. Like I said, I got a bunch of folks that are ready to we're gonna cycle some folks through, and I want to wish everybody a happy new year, and let's see what everybody's up to. So come on, you guys got any predictions? Jeff, I'll ask you first, because with the whole genetics game, and it's getting weird out there. You got any predictions for 2026?
I hope things don't go the way they're supposed to go. But I predict a lot of seed hustling, a lot of trading, and a lot of blowouts happening, because breeders are going to have stock and we want to get rid of it. Who knows what could happen in the future? So everybody needs to get their beans. That's all I can predict. A lot of seed sales and trades, and all the seed websites are going to go crazy here for the next few months, hopefully. And then I hope somebody steps in. I hope somebody's able to change some things, or make that rule that's supposed to happen not happen, but we got to deal with what might happen. So yeah, see a lot of trading and a lot of sales happening in the next few months here in seeds.
Yeah, I was laughing about it. Me and dude were talking about it earlier, and before, like, all the credit card processors are running away from seed folks now. And it reminded me of back in the day, they would trade with Bitcoin. Like, that's kind of what Bitcoin was for back in the day, was just trading for things that you weren't going to be able to, a bank or a credit card company wouldn't touch. So I was wondering how many people spent like $12,000 on a pack of seeds with today's Bitcoin rates, right?
Oh, yeah.
I was
right.
wondering,
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, most expensive amount of pack of seeds you ever bought was. Man.
That's wild. Yeah, right. I sold this one pack for 1 Bitcoin back in the day. And that's a good point. That was the first thing I was worried about, is we can always figure out a way to get seeds to people. That's always going to happen, always has happened. But accepting the cash transaction is going to be harder now. How do we get paid?
It is weird. We're talking about, like, there's so many, me and dude were talking earlier, there's so many ways they can get you. Like, dude was like, no, if they make it federally legal, then you can ship seeds and everything should be fine. And I was like, well, I have a bamboo nursery, and if I buy seeds or if I try to send seeds to California, they need a phytosanitary certificate. And that means you have to jump through hoops and get it inspected. And if you don't have it, get civil penalties, and then you know what happens if you don't pay your civil penalties? You go to the same jail.
Right.
Yeah.
You go to a different jail. I'm just kidding.
wow.
But seriously, man,
Go
they
to county
got you.
jail.
Know?
And
And
people
I'll
think that
throw
sitting,
out Scotty. Sorry, we just since we don't have dude here doing the comptroller in, we're at 15 minutes, so you're
Yeah,
traffic controlling, buddy.
man. Thank you, man. Hey, do me a favor. We had a post. Grambo, are you able to check out the post that we did on realdgc.com? It was just about cannabis heroes. I thought as we're celebrating the new year, we really have gotten really far. And I thought it'd be fun, you know, in parting, or at least to shout out some of our cannabis heroes, some of the folks that we really thought made it happen. So in parting, do me a favor. Canorado Chris, give me a cannabis hero. Don't have to be anybody super famous, just a hero to you.
JR Token got me being more interested in the medical side of it than the culture side of it. I mean, I still like hanging out with you guys and the culture itself, but
Sure.
the medical side and how to take care of people that can't do it themselves, that's a big part of it.
I dig it, man. Wow, that's a good one. Because JR Token really made a big impact on me, because I didn't, when I started this podcast, I was, you know, when they say you find a parade that you belong in and just jump up front, I did, but I was sure lacking a lot of grow knowledge, man. And guys like JR Token, guys like Jay Maestro, they were the first people to come on and be like, hey, let's talk about it, man. Let's explain. Here's how it really works. And man,
Right.
that was eye-opening to just really the art of growing, and just, you know, almost like starting to play guitar. I knew 3 chords, man. I was starting a YouTube video. I was starting a YouTube channel, man.
Yeah.
You only got to stay one lesson ahead of the kids, Scott.
That's right, Grambo. That is right, sir. What about you, Jeff?
so I
Cannabis
was gonna
heroes,
say,
sir?
I was gonna start off. I was gonna say Subcool was my dude that inspired me and was my cannabis hero that gets a shout out. And then you made me think closer to home. I'm gonna give a shout out to my buddy White Mike. Without White Mike, this
Yeah.
area, this town, this city, we wouldn't have the medical marijuana set up and the cannabis legalization the way we do. So Subcool for the growing side, and White Mike for getting me into the political side and opening my eyes that way. I got 2 heroes.
Right on.
These are cool, man. These are folks at Grambo. I don't know. It's I'm looking at Banner because he's sitting in the Grambo chair. I'm asking him things. Hey, you're not Grambo. And we did have that Real DGC post over there where everybody, I'll see if I can get it on my computer. Hey, Grambo, mark in
There it
it.
is.
I see that, man. But there were some really good comments down there, man. Excellent stuff. And I tell you what, I am going to, would you mind if I said goodbye and Happy New Year's to both you all? You have been excellent guests, sir. And I'm going to bring in a couple of their friends.
Sure, Scotty.
Hey, thanks for having
Check out
me,
the
dude.
Seed
Look forward
Harvest
to the next
podcast.
time. Happy New Year.
All right.
Later.
Hey, Happy New Year to both y'all. And I don't have russets or any kind of plague in the garden. Come up and visit, will you?
All right. Thanks for having me.
Be good, all y'all. Come on, Grambo. Who we got?
Peace,
man?
gang.
Who's hanging out, man?
Oh, we got a whole bunch of people, man. We got
I tell you what,
Nazi
man.
on deck. We got CLTV Rob hanging out. I think he went to the bathroom.
tell you
We got
what.
Cortez.
Let's bring in Rob and Cortez and Tanazi.
All
I'd love to bring you in a sec if we could. Or you know what, man? Come on.
Going on,
we-
everybody?
Yes. Hey, what's up, guys? Happy New Year, all y'all.
What's up, guys?
Happy New Year's, man.
Yes, I texted Rob last night and I asked him, how many joints do you bring to a New Year's Eve party? 4 hours I was there, sir. What's the correct answer?
It's a 5 minimum.
It was 5. Yes, it was 5.
It's a minimum. That's the way to do it, man. I had the kids yesterday and still today, so it was me sneaking blunts upstairs the whole time. Just like, I got a call. I'll be right back, boys.
Damn,
Come downstairs, just fully relaxed. I'm like, everything's great. Happy New Year.
a blunt guy. Who's still blunts and joints, man? I'm old, man. I had to calm down. I'm using the vape now, trying to keep my lungs healthy. Y'all still joint smokers, Cortez?
I went the edible route this year for New Year's Eve. I actually made these like knockoff Reese's cups that were pretty good. I think they came in around 63 milligrams a piece. I didn't do the math. I had Grok do it for me, though. It's kind of crazy that you can use AI for edible dosing nowadays.
Yeah, we were laughing about that, right? And it's pretty accurate, man. I've been using parts per million of micronutrients. You know, I'm like, hey, what's the atomic weight of molybdenum? Okay.
I just went in my prompt, like I told Grok the starting weight that I used, how much butter it went into, gave like an approximate THC, and then like the portion size of the Reese's cups, and it broke everything down.
Now, you're specifically autoflower grower. Is this autoflower extract that you are making these edibles out of? What's your process?
No, I actually had a pretty big harvest. It's actually the same weed that I had at the DGC Cup. So it's from some like maybe 9-month-old blackberry that was from clone.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the perfect thing to make edibles out of, right?
Yeah. It's starting to get a little bit more of a smell now, so figured it was better to use it for some edibles than to just kind of waste it or go bad, you know what I mean? Whole hog operation over here, Scotty.
I dig it, man. Rob, you still an edibles guy? Or are you an edibles guy or just straight up?
Hit me, man. It doesn't. I don't know what it is, man. Trey gets mad. He'll make a crazy, 4-course, 5-course, ridiculous meal, and I don't feel anything. I just get a little tired. I'm one of those people with the weird metabolism, I think. Like, it doesn't.
Well, no, isn't it an Grambo? You know this shit. Isn't it an enzyme or something that your liver has to make?
It's just the way that, like, when you eat psilocin, it turns into psilocybin when you eat it in your liver. Same thing that 11 hydroxy metabolite, Rogan. Some people just don't have the enzyme to rip it apart.
It sucks.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it really sucks, man. Like I've gone crazy with them. When I went to Germany, I was like, dude, I'm stressed for this flight. So I ate like 2,000 milligrams, literally, dude. And I kind of just was a little lethargic when I got there. Dude, we had these drinks. We had these drinks when we were at me, Pigeons, and Chris, when we were at the Green Street Festival in LA some years back. And Pigeons drank all of them. They're like, don't have too many. He's got all this tincture and didn't do anything to him either. Like, I don't know. It sucks. It's really unfortunate because everyone else is having such a good time. And I'm like, oh, and it tastes so good. So I feel like I'm wasting people's products, I'm like, ugh. That's why I was geeked. I saw Cortez's last year's with a little bit of liquor, and I was like, okay, I might feel those ones there. And then this year was different. It was delicious, but it just doesn't hit me. I don't know.
Hey, what trips did you take last year? You had a pretty successful year last year, man. And by the way, give yourself a shout out just in case anybody don't know where to find you, your channel.
Yeah, CLTV, or watch CLTV on YouTube here, or CLTV. But and it's not Seal, like Kiss from a Rose. A lot of people think that's CL, but you say the word cannabis and people seemingly freak out. So I'm always a little concerned to even say that. What a brand name to put, huh? YouTube loves it.
But people freak out now. People are I'm in Colorado. People are so accepting of cannabis.
Michigan here too, dude. It's weird when I go places that aren't, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm closed in and I'm in an echo chamber.
What was Germany like?
Dude, Germany was epic. I'm absolutely going back there. I recommend going out there, dude. The home grow community there is so strong. There's no commercial industry. It's just home growers. And then they get everything from Canada or from California for medical. So it's like, it's such a strong home grow community, dude. It was insane. So many home growers.
Really? Because that's the biggest country in Europe, right?
Probably.
Yeah, it is. Time, man. Started listening. All you have to do is amazing,
dude.
The word now.
Dude, anything coming out to Colorado? First time going to Colorado, come to visit you guys, man. Dude, Grows Cup. That was the highlight of the year for parties, dude. Like that. I literally tell everybody all year, they're like, MJ BizCon. I'm like, dude, Grows Cup. I know it's gonna be hard to get there because it's probably gonna sell out quick. We've been talking about it nonstop on FTS. People are like, what's the best community event? I'm like, not anything that says con at the end of it.
Yeah, right. There wasn't con at this year.
Yeah. I think last year was the best cup yet at that new venue that you guys got. That was definitely dope.
Dude, absolutely
upgrade from previous years.
Absolute, and that's the first one we went to, so we were spoiled.
Yeah,
it was amazing, dude. So many great people there. Such a great time, dude. Great flower, great rosin, great BHO. So much shit, dude.
we put Grambo in charge this year, so it should be even better.
Well, Banner just he just snuck me the link over here. You can go over to dgctickets.com and it's officially out there, boys. So if you want to get your tickets early, they are going to sell out. So let's go.
Guaranteed they're gonna sell out. Guaranteed, dude. I literally, we were talking to dude and we were like, yo, we want to collab and do something bigger. He's like, nah, we want to keep this small, intimate. And I was like, dude, fuck yes.
I mean, it's 500
That's the smartest thing to do.
That's small.
No, but I mean, like, not like scale to thousands of people.
Sure.
And I think it's so, dude, the intimacy of it, it was packed, but it wasn't like uncomfortable. I got to talk to everybody, got to have conversations, but got to also meet hundreds of people. So it's like the perfect amount where you don't get too massive. You stay big for homegrown community, but once you scale past that, it could start to lose that intimacy, you know? And I think that you guys are killing it, man. I love it. I'll definitely be coming out there again, even if it's solo dolo.
Oh, it takes a village, brother. So thank you for the support, man.
Dude,
Right back
crushing
at
it, guys.
you, man. Hell yeah. Very cool, man. Any predictions, guys? Rob, I should ask you. You think about this stuff a lot, but any predictions for what's gonna happen? Like, what's things gonna look like next year, man? Tanazi, will they let mushrooms be the new kind bud by next year?
I certainly hope not. So that's the big thing for this year is for me is we're got our hands in a bunch of pies and we'll be battling that stigma.
Hey, do me a favor really quick. Most people, a lot of people might not know you. This is my buddy Tanazi. He is a fungi expert. And how would you describe yourself, Tanazi?
It's a steward of the earth. I've grown the weed. I can do cacti. I grow all natural plant medicines that you can use on yourself for healing. What type of medicine you're looking for. I guess that's my niche I've fallen into here. So that's where I'm going down that path. So next year's good. We're going to be licensings and stuff are coming down in the churches. So this is where it'll be different than the weed, right? Weed was everybody get high. It's like liquor. Let's open up a corner store and sell gummies, everybody, right? And I think mushrooms have a different issues that's going to come up because it's more dedicated to therapy. And you don't eat mushrooms every day, right? So you don't need as many. So the layout and the foundational points of that is going to be a little different than the cannabis, I do believe. It'll have its own boundary or its own hurdles, but it's going to be different hurdles. Not like cannabis.
There's no mistake about it that it's medicine, that it's real medicine. You know, like cannabis, it took a while. You know, it took a while. Oh, you just want to get high. You just want to have fun. Man, when you go on a mushroom trip, you're on a journey, man. You get it. You come back.
That's what I try. Right. I try to make people understand that, but living in Denver, it is very recreational still, especially with the gray market that's going on. So I try to tell people I've gone down the hole too deep now. I know what's through the threshold. I must hit the threshold or I don't want to do it. It's either there's two speeds. You got a micro dose, which you're putting your Band-Aid on your shit all anyways, unless you do a big dose and try to kill yourself.
Mad at microdose.
So you got no, I like microdose. I believe in it, but you're still putting a Band-Aid on your problems. But the microdose is going to get you through your day. You'll be creative. You'll want to do shit. You'll get out of your slumps. I mean, I built Sacred 3 mushrooms on microdosing, but the big doses is where I really have healed myself, right? I still get. That's the two modes. You either do a microdose, you know, it's kind of like your antidepressant gets you through your day, whatever it is that gets you through your day, your cocaine, your ketamine, whatever you do, caffeine. People drink caffeine all fucking day long, right? So you got that, you got your microdose, or you're doing a healing dose. For me, I'm not going to eat 2 or 3 grams. Like that's not fun for me. I don't want to trip because I've seen what's through the threshold. And I want to go to the threshold every time if I'm doing this to work on myself. I want to heal myself. And I do not do that with that recreational dose stuff.
Right.
So I battle that when I do what I do in the community, you know, with everything that's going on, especially when it's just like very healing and therapeutic if done correctly. Or you do the reverse.
Hero dose.
harm reduction. If you don't do it, you're going to hurt yourself, right? And you're trying to, and one dose isn't going to cure all your fucking problems. It just ain't. This is work. You're putting in work, right? And you're working to be a better human.
I just wonder what's going to happen with the whole, as everything gets legal. And
I can tell you, this is my prediction. Okay, you got 3 avenues right now playing out. You're going to have the licensed facility where you're going to pay big money. You're going to go there. You're going to have doctors. You'll have therapy, integration. But you're going to be doing it at a facility and all this. Or you're going to do it the church way. You'll fall into a church that probably offers healing, or they have a therapist on hand that kind of can put you through therapy and talk about doing dosing, or maybe just you go there to get microdoses. And I think that's how you're going to consume your mushrooms, will be through that avenue of the clinics, the licensed clinics, the church avenue, or the third way, which is kind of like what I've learned and what we kind of teach here and on the grassroots, is you grow your own medicine. And if you understand this, so I do podcasts on my big doses so I can break them down for everybody and show you how I've healed myself, literally. I did not go to a therapist and talk to them about this. No one understood what I was doing. I was just a drug addict in the therapist eyes when I would talk to my therapist about these.
Wow. It's freaking awesome, man.
Those 3 avenues there are going to play out.
Papa Jaron just showed up on his log cabin. Where the hell are you, Jaron?
Ew, that's a background.
In paradise.
That is not a green screen.
little sunset going on here in lovely Southern Colorado.
Happy New Year to you, brother.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Good to see everybody. Thanks for having me on.
Good to see you, man. Absolutely, man. We're just BSing. It's New Year's. It's very chill. I think at this point, everybody's pretty baked, if not catch up. But let's just talk about what we think, man. What we're psyched about of upcoming year. What we think it's going to look like next year. How much big change is going on. So, I don't know, what are you psyched about, man?
Man, I think 2026 is good, bad, or indifferent, the year of change. And I'm not sure if it's going to be, good or bad, like overall. But the reality is, I feel like it is a year that we need to take our shit back. You know what I mean? I feel like we've been sitting idly by for a while now and kind of letting it all slip out of our fingers in a weird way. Right. And I think we've all gotten a little bit complacent and comfortable. And, I'm at a point where it's like, hey, I'm going hard this year. You know what I mean? It's a lot of the fluff has disappeared and the cream is rising to the top, and I'm determined to be part of that group. And I believe the people that we're talking with and involved with and all you type of people are feel the same way. But man, that, some of the rule changes, coming off MJ Biz. I mean, it's been a bit of a bummer at the end of the year, to be honest.
Tell me about it, man. What do you guys mean? Did you go, Rob? Did you go to MJ Biz as well?
Fucking sucked, dude. I made a video about it. I mean, 2 videos. One video, why MJ Bizcon's dying, and then a second video showing how we still had fun. Dude, they cannibalized it and made it like a big CannaCon. So it's essentially just 100% expo, no community. Every year before, they had a smoking section that was all DJ and cool setup and good vibes, and I was out there 80% of the time. So I was like, this is fucking sweet.
Sure.
Yeah.
This year, cigarettes and pierogies, dude.
Well, here's the thing. It was supposed to be the same way. It was, when basically the farm bill changes happened, and obviously we had talked with Matt, ICANN THC, quite a bit about it on our show about it coming up to that. I didn't realize just how seriously it was going to be taken immediately. So all that was supposed to be there, right? It was all still out there. You saw it, right? But like you said, cigarettes and pierogies. You're so right. But the DJ was there. That was supposed to be the smoking section, right? So it just, everything kind of got screwed up really, really late. So
yeah, dude. And the worst part about it was the enforcement. It's one thing to put the sign up there and to say, hey, we did our part, but to have your employees awkwardly walk up and have to tell people to put their blunts out, me in particular, which was crazy. My dumb ass was like, could I at least finish it? He was like, no, you got to put it out. I was like, it's THCA.
Yeah.
He's like, doesn't matter. I threw everything out. I was like, it's hemp. Yeah, it's hemp.
Please tell me you said that.
Swear to God, dude, it's in my vlog. I was live streaming when I did it. I was like, dude, really? Like, I'm with my people here. Come on, it's embarrassing. We're getting
That's my New Year's resolution.
Never going again.
Don't embarrass me in front of my friends.
Come on.
CBD, man. It's hemp. It's hemp.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this is gas station CBD, bro. What the
But
fuck?
that was
It's legal.
right. But that's the problem, is that now it's all the same. It doesn't matter, right? Like, it doesn't matter. There's none of this. The loopholes have been very, very, if not completely eliminated. Fucking made, a needle's freaking, head width, and that's it. You know what I mean? It's pretty wild. So like all the genetics game, all the seed game, all the smoking lounges, like all that stuff, all the CBD, all the hemp, any of that, it's all the same now in their eyes.
Really?
It's tough, man.
Where's this industry going?
Yeah.
Then?
So
there's been a lot of shenanigans lately.
Back underground.
With the whole, are you going to be allowed to try genetics next year?
No, not legally. No, 100% no. Right? Absolutely not.
That's
Can I ask you
according to all the attorneys,
so
can I ask you this? If you were going to be the guy to make it legal, do you have the power to make it legal like that, or do you have to take steps like is happening right now with the rescheduling?
I think you got to take steps. I think because
exactly, that's what I think. I think this is the first step in like a 2 or 3 step process to make it legal.
That's what I hope, but I feel like this is
here's the problem. Here's the problem.
First,
Thank you, sir. Thank you. FDA, Big Pharma, USDA, Philip Morris.
They get their hands on first. I mean, that's even Coca-Cola for infused drinks. You know what I'm saying? There's a brand called Sweet Justice in Canada. They're like one of the top selling infused colas. They used to work they were executives for Coca-Cola. Funny enough, Coca-Cola now is interested in infused drinks. It boils down to.
Well, you guys have had the Pabst, like the literally Pabst Blue Ribbon drinks out in California. Yeah. Legit.
And so it boils down to now.
Has anybody tried the THC drink? And if so, what's your tolerance and how many did it take to get you going? I'm really curious about that.
Dude, they're $10 for 10 milligrams in most places. Yeah, I've had a million of them at this point because I used to work for a company. I was a director, and I had to help promote it, and it sucked. Like, it tasted good.
Hey, dude.
Happy New Year, dude.
I love it.
What's up? Happy New Year, you guys. I'm on my iPhone. Is audio all right?
Good. Yeah.
It's right, man. It's good enough to hang out, man.
We're starting the new year with a computer factory reset that I just bought, and it's the 15th day I owned it. 1 day out of the return policy. That's how shit rolls sometimes. But man, happy New Year to all the cats hanging. I do have an announcement. I wanted to pop in for an announcement. We got tickets for sale, guys. DGC.
Oh yeah, Cup. We know. We have already announced.
So DGCtickets.com is where you can get them. If you're a DGC producer, make sure you go over to realdgc.com and go into the VIP lounge. I just posted your discount code and your access code for the VIP tickets. So you producers are going to get hooked up and you have definitely first access to the VIP ticks. So that's all at DGCtickets.com. And I'm stoked. Shout out. We just got this all going. Shout out to Shannon, who was a big help getting everything going this year. And I'm stoked. It's coming. First weekend of June. Bring the dank.
Oh yeah, dude. I've been to MJ BizCon, MJ Berlin, Cannabis Cups in Michigan. I've been to Green Street Festival in LA. There's not a single vibe that's like the DGC Cup. And these guys don't pay me shit to say that, dude. It's fucking amazing. Thanks, time.
Cheers.
Dude, it was literally the community offline. It was the chat, it was all the people. Dude, it's so cool. It's so cool.
We had it pretty tight last year, and this year it's even going to be better. The event coordinator and venue owners was working with us really well and bringing some professionalism, and I'm stoked to be able to walk around and not just be such a busy bee and hang out with all these cats. So don't wait. It will sell out. This venue only has about a limited amount of people it can hold. So go to DGCtickets.com and hook it up.
Yeah, man. Well, get your tickets now. Book an Airbnb early because they're hard to find out there. Be on it. I'm telling you. I heard there might be camping. Is that real?
Is there camping going on, dude?
I heard the word on the streets. My community's been saying that.
There's camping and RVing. Whatever you got, bring it.
I got a camper.
Bushcraft. We're gonna build something with sticks.
Where's Tanaz, man? He's the one that took full advantage. He's got his little hunting lodge tent set up. I shouldn't say little. That thing's dope. So, man, he knows how to roll with it.
It's above average.
Hey, as long as we're talking New Year's and next year, what do you think cannabis events are going to look like? You think it's going to open up a bit? And Grambo, Grambo's being a parent, but a
He's like, it's enough. Kick him out.
I still exist. I still exist.
He's
no,
the
but,
bouncer.
we were
Grambo's
just
the bouncer.
checking out our buddy Tropicana Kyle, or extract seller Kyle, has a space that I think we're going to start throwing parties at in Denver, right?
Yeah, we've decided to we consulted legal teams, and just turns out that cutting out all of the usual rigmarole about doing a thing. So it's a completely private club. You're gonna be able to get tickets through his extract seller site over there, and yeah, it's gonna be all private.
Theory
it's
now.
Ridiculously cool, and yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what do you think will happen, man? You think you'll have cannabis lounges? I mean, it's gotta, in 1 year, 5 years, it's gotta freaking happen, man.
They came out. We have a spot called Tetra here in Denver, and then they immediately were coming after them. They're like saying, "Oh, you're trapping on the side." They weren't. People are exchanging genetics, giving it, and they're calling that like, "Oh, this is classic black market behavior." It's like, so they're coming after anyone in Denver. Denver doesn't like it. It's weird. The whole economy is based on weed here.
Michigan does the same shit. They're like, these guys are just black market backdooring. It's like, dude, what?
I want to say, in 2026, when people ask questions like, what will a cannabis lounge be like? What's the potential? The fact that, the thing that was slipped in the farm bill you guys are just talking about with the seeds is really deterring to be confident or know what's going to happen with other aspects of this industry and us. I do think a lot of things, this is a good year to keep your finger on the pulse, because a lot of things are changing daily, weekly, on the political front, on all kinds of fronts, accessibility to seeds. So it's going to be something to watch and hard to know, because we don't know what they're doing or why they're doing it half the time anyway. So be here to follow the news.
And dude, you threw out the magic word there. You mentioned Pulse. I'd be remiss as comptroller today. Go over to realdgc.com/deals, you guys. We got all sorts of awesome deals over there.
Nice, Grambo.
You can get your AC Infinity. You can get some genetics. You get all these things over there. Coupon code DUDE or Dude Grows usually over there. realdgc.com/deals.
I love New Year's. You have to make resolutions, man. I already have a Pulse. So my resolution is we should give this thing away, because it's been sitting on my desk for a couple of months now. Give this Pulse Zero away. And I'm gonna
just go ahead and ship those out, Scott. Go ahead and let's give those to a better home.
I'm gonna plant the Ethos autos, man. If you don't know, I've had these sitting here for about 3-4 years now, Grambo. The goal, man, by the end of 2026. All right.
At least germinated.
Wondering what the stream resolution is? That's a 1080p. Goodbye.
Whoa.
Producer joke. I'm out of here. I'll fire myself.
What's going on? Come on. Strains are not, and flavors really aren't my strong suit. Jaron, I know you know that kind of stuff. Rob, you're way into it. You say thiols, we have to smoke.
I'm just a nerd for this shit.
Tell me who, or tell the crew who we should be looking out for as far as breeders. Strains, flavors.
No, it's great. It's always a good question. I mean, I'm a gas man, right? It's like Dumb and Dumber. It's like, how they know I got gas? It's like, I love the gas, and so I really think that I'm seeing people like even Ziploc seeds. That's some friends of ours that have been doing some great work with the cutting edge guys as well. Some of the stuff they have, this fog light that they put out, is really interesting. I actually like a lot of the stuff that they're doing right now. Beyond that, in all honesty, it's I feel like the real push should be, more than anything else, is sticking local. You know what I mean? And really trying to, especially now, man, with the fact that we're not going to have this just open access. I think it's really trying to find stuff that's locally adapted and really trying to build up your bank, because we really don't know what the hell's going to happen. I mean, like Dude says, it's tough to really have a full finger on the pulse right now, although we all need to do the best we can at it, especially I feel like this year. I think we've all gotten a little complacent, but so long answer there, but I'd say my favorite recent breeder right now would be Ziploc.
Ziploc, all right.
Where's Raptor Jeff?
Where's Raptor?
He was here.
Our Regenetics, man. Did he pop off?
Yeah. Irie was having some connection issues, so
Okay,
he
just
popped off,
checking.
but we still have everyone else. Cortez
Yeah,
in the
thank
house,
you all.
Nazi in the house, Banner's in the house. Hi, Banner.
Hey,
Howdy.
nothing.
Banner's at the controls.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, he is, man. I keep thinking Banner's Grambo because that's Grambo's seat, man. So
Remember, it was Grambo last week, and it's Bannerbo today.
So let me ask you guys think, do you have cannabis clubs in Canada?
There's some places you can go out and smoke, but not. There's one actually close to me that it's weird. It's in I have to visit. I've driven by. It's in like a hoop house, greenhouse. They grow there. You can smoke there. They have products there. It's interesting. I'll have to report back on that one. But they're still not fully on the up and up for public consumption in a full club. But there are some that just operate. Like when me and you came here, Scotty, and we were token down with Mark Emery at the club. Like they still have some of those they don't enforce and they're not worried about.
Hey, that guy was cool. As long as we're hanging out telling stories. What was that? 2000, 2001?
Yeah,
Like
you guys mentioned Cannabis Heroes. You know, Mark Emery did time for this plant, and so shout out to him.
And he was cool. I mean, you don't know. You see somebody, you hear a reputation about him, but he was just this super ripped dude that just came out with a bong and was like, "Yeah, you guys want to smoke?"
Hell yeah.
And then
he left.
One more Cannabis Heroes shout out to the almost 600 people watching live. That's a dude.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby. It's a strong community, man. You bring everybody together, dude. It's amazing. Again, most people we watch each other's stuff. Like I'm watching you guys stuff on my TV half the time. I can't comment, so it's just on the TV. I'm like, hell yeah.
It's just everybody understands that, man. Is that we all support each other. We all
heavy.
Like it takes a village, and I do like watching all y'all's stuff, man.
Dude, it's no competition. It's motivation, dude. It's like everybody inspires me, man. Like I say all the time, I'm like, you guys have inspired me of there's no knocking you down. You keep coming back and it's better every single time. Like refined quality, websites tighter, processes are better. Like, dude, it's motivation. Anytime I've ever had a hiccup, I'm like, bro, the boys got deleted last month. We got a video age restricted. Get over it. We'll move past it. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's those kind of things, man.
They've been super cropping the show. We're just building knuckles, baby.
super low stress training, which is turned into high stress. But now, game.
Emphasis on the high stress, right, dude?
Yeah, as low as it gets.
I was listening, Matt, Strange Show Matt, cool as hell guy, friend of us, friend of the show.
Jeff's brother.
I tried to get him in the same room at the same time, but DGC Cup actually will do that.
Yeah, you did, dude.
Yeah, we did that. We proved that they're different people. And there he is right there, popping up 2025.
Yeah, good dude. But his last video is about how stressful it is to try to run a channel and keep a channel going. He's got a big investment in that channel. He's got 400,000 followers, man. It's a lot of work he's put into that. Same with ours. We were almost going to get that play button, man. Is it a golden one or a silver one you get?
Yeah,
silver one. I got lucky. I got mine at 200,000. They didn't give me at 100. They turned me down, and then randomly in the mail I got it. Didn't even fill anything out. I got it in the mail. I was like, am I being pranked? What is this? Is this legit?
Yeah, right.
YouTube. I was like, I was almost like bitter. I was like, yeah, cool.
We got to be able to get those on wish.com, right? Get Jaron one.
You can get it on Amazon, bro. Customized. It's crazy, dude. I had somebody from the community make me one out of wood that was pretty cool.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, man.
His last show, though, he put something out a couple hours ago. I think it was this morning or something. But it was about how crazy it is. He had 2 strikes. I think his 2 strikes expired. So he's actually able to, So look how he's praying.
This year has been
able to start making content again. And he was just like, it is weird showing up at a party and not having any idea what's going to get you kicked out.
I know. And then you see your colleagues being able to do one thing and then somebody else do it. You're like, oh, I must be able to. Oh, there's plants in this video. I should be like, I've gotten away with it, dude. My MJ BizCon video, we made so much rosin. It was unbelievable. Like so much. I literally was editing it. I was like, this is so restricted, dude. Wasn't age restricted. How? Why? I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know. And then I'll do one of me just talking about the science of terpenes, and that one's age restricted. Don't even show a single plant. It's just my face, and that one's age restricted. I'm like, what? What did I say? And they don't tell you. It's just harmful and dangerous, which could cause great bodily harm.
It's strange.
It says.
It's kind of like we're being run by a computer.
It's weird, man.
I feel like I'm being run by a computer right now. Scott, did you guys talk about any of the cannabis heroes, man? You made a cool post. I was going through here. New Year's Day, let's celebrate the cannabis heroes who got us here.
Please do. I'm limited on screens and all that stuff, so help a brother out. So.
Yeah, there's quite a few in here. We'll start off with DTC producer Thickums. What's up? Says, I have to give it to my starting grounds. Sub cool. Rip, brother. He taught me how to build my soil, let me run testers, gave a great spot to learn my footing. I've seen his social community grow and become a whole vibe. Definitely, dude. I remember him. He was on YouTube, I believe, as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Weeder, fucking the round table and stuff back in the day with Doggo and Vader. That's where I met Pigeons, actually.
TGA,
Yeah, years ago, man. That was the first, in my opinion, solid quality content in our space that you could literally watch like a course. It wasn't just somebody with a cell phone walking into their, HID yellow room where you can't really see what's going on. It was somebody breaking down a lot of science, and it was so community feeling too. Like it was great, man. I think it inspired a lot of what I do today. Is just connecting with other content creators. That's how From the Stash literally started. Is meeting Pigeons there. So shout out to him, man. Rest in peace.
What about we got Sean Sensimilia? Not sure if they count as pioneers, but what about the Waldos from San Rafael High School that invented 420 with Louis Pasteur statue outside their school? No sacrifice was made, but it contributed to a whole lot of culture. Love it.
Wow. There was a statue of Louis Pasteur. That's pretty awesome. I'm impressed, man. All right. That's in America, man. America.
Got Merlin 122 doing a shout out to DJ Short because the genetics he worked on in the 70s and 80s have yet to disappoint.
Who were the earliest people? I mean, if you're thinking like Subcool, what year was he? He was pretty early, right?
How about Brownie Mary? We got Sean.
No, I'm saying as far as
but you take Robert Connell Clark was out. He did marijuana botany in 1970.
Yeah, I mean, all right, we'll start.
So,
there.
like, in the YouTube space, it definitely Subcool is right up there, man. You guys, of course. And then I remember there was High Grow Hybrid was another dude. There wasn't many people like that that are still doing it.
No, because it was even forum time, right? It was Roll It Up. It was THC Matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was there's another one too. I teach anyway. There was like 2 or 3 of them that was like
Mag,
pre.
I think was there.
Yeah, IC Mag. Thank you, IC Mag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, those were the good old days. It's like that was where you'd get all this information and think you have a grow dialed in, and then turns out that guy sucked at growing. You're like, shit, I followed it as all his advice.
Whoops.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man.
Yeah,
it's like, how do you rate the information there on a scale from 1 to 10? It was like anything, though, man. You had to qualify it. You'd have to look back at other people's posts and be like, this guy. I don't know.
You got to do your research. You got to be able to look further.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. On those posts is the first place that anybody talked about dudding, which ended up being HLVD, right? So there was a lot of shit that actually came out of there. I'm not saying you didn't have to peel through it.
No.
And by the way, I never did any forums. I fucking went to school. So I really didn't. I actually look back at the forums now more than.
Let me ask you though, man. You went to school for plant science, right? Or something similar, some kind of biology.
Yeah, horticultural food crops. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. So
so horticulture, food crops. Yep. I have a bachelor in science and horticultural food crop production. And so I just happened to be in the right place at the right time in Fort Collins when everything went legal. And of course, the only way you can farm is to grow dope too. So,
I learned about mycorrhizae through one of these forums. I can't remember. I think it was Roll It Up. And I remember just reading, trying to become a better grower and being like, wow, okay, what is this stuff? And then, of course, there was just, it was 2000, I don't know, early teens or whatever. And I was able to, I guess maybe a little early. Anyway, I was able to use YouTube and the internet to actually learn about that stuff. Did you learn about soil biology and soil microbes and mycorrhizae interactions in college? Are they that hip yet, Jaron?
100%. Yeah. That's standard horticultural. That's Hort 101, to be honest with you. And
I was just curious.
I started growing weed before I went. So So I have a degree in I have a Bachelor of Arts and a Bachelor of Science. And after doing the arts is when I wanted to go back and do more of the science base. And so, that's pretty well Hort 101, which is one of the reasons why I've always wanted to put out this information, just good, clean, quality information to people, because even the vernacular, right? To talk the talk, you have to know the terminology, right? Or we're not talking about the same thing. It's kind of like cannabis being one of the oldest unchanged words in language, period, right? Because it was traded between cultures that didn't speak the same language, but we got to be able to speak the same language when it comes to this, right? So the education part of it for me was really big, because I felt like how can we move it ahead if we're not even able to accurately discuss the issue that we're talking about? It's like some of these bro terminology like flushing or something stupid like that. It's like, well, that's not scientific. So to answer your question, like
Westport, my brother.
Chad Westport in the house, man. Sorry, man.
Dude, Jaron, that's such a good fucking point, dude. Like to have the vernacular, to be able to speak the language. It's like going to a different country and I can't even navigate anywhere. Like you need to understand these basics. And a lot of people who came up in these forums know a lot of the basics without even, it was bro science, which has evolved into grow science in a lot of cases, which is really cool. I love to see like science catch up with the stuff we've all been just doing,
Yeah. What's up, Chad? Chad Westport in the house, sir.
Right, and that's good, guys.
Russian.
Thank you.
You see what God does, man.
Good, Scotty.
You see what God does?
But he gives us this plant, man.
Takes and gives, gives and takes.
Yeah, and he used Jaron just at the right time. Beautiful, perfect, man.
Ooh, yeah.
What's up, Chad? Happy New Year to you, brother.
Yeah, Happy New Year's, guys. I evidently missed the time zone difference here. I thought I was going to be early today, but it looks like I'm a little bit late. I'm going to have to go back and watch the rewind. Agree, though. Terminology, man, so important. It allows you to have a conversation in a sentence instead of a paragraph full of misunderstandings. So important.
Well, I mean, 100%. This is getting to be, there's the merging of, cannabis bro science and gross, bro science. Like what was on the forums, and then people like Jaron coming in and saying, hey, look, this is the actual science of it. All right, this is a xylem right here. All right, after the phloem, Jaron, you got to catch me, man.
After the phloem, dude. Like
No, but and by the way, Chad, man, give your channel a shout out. You do a great job of helping people understand the science. As a matter of fact, I saw Westport University every episode in one sitting today, man.
Dude, I saw a 3-hour thing there. I was like, that's on the watch later. Holy shit, that's a sit down and roll of 5 blunts.
It's not a Grambo show, but
crushed it though, dude. I love to see that, man. You're killing it.
How close do you guys think Hort is to bro science, man?
We're pretty close, man. Like it's a few steps away. As you guys said, like there's definitely cannabis like terminology, and then there's like plant biology and terminology, and they overlap. We think we know what it means, but we're misusing it. But in the conversation with another cannabis enthusiast, we know exactly what we're saying. So it's almost like you have to go back and recorrect everything. Like how many of us say marijuana anymore?
No, I don't.
No. Yeah.
I was gonna say, where's Jaron? Because he's got
as a joke. I'll say that or reefer.
Genotype versus phenotype. Genotype. Come on, Grambo. Genotype plus phenotype equals chemotype, right?
Well, chemotype is more about the actual like genetics of it, but it's environment times phenotype equals, or environment times genotype equals phenotype. And Jaron lost connection, so he just texted me.
It's all
farewell. Thanks, DGC. Happy New Year.
Jaron.
Good hanging out, man. He is. Yeah, he's smart as all hell, man. When he shows up on the show, I do shut up and listen. Actually, it doesn't matter if I were to talk, man, because I keep going anyway. So
I love people like that, dude. It's like they could break it down. Nick from Rooted Leaf, he's like an absolute genius, and I don't understand 80% of his stuff until he sees my face of like, and then he's like, well, basically, dumb guy, let me explain this for normal people words. I'm like, oh yes, it makes perfect sense. He'd be like, kombucha? I'm like, yes. Oh, now everything, just put it in a term that I understand. But then you understand the terminology after that. So it's like you have to get that. You have to come ignorantly to understand the actual terminology, unless you go to school, unless you get a formal education. But you got to almost tell them the what, and then they'll tell you, or tell them the how, they'll tell you the what. Because I'm just like, I just know I bend my plant and it gets hardy.
Like, we got some smart. I'm sorry, man. Sorry, Chad. Hit it.
I was gonna say, you always have to understand the why. Ask why, because a lot of us are told or shown how to do things, and we do them, and it works. So if it works, why question it? But once you know the why it actually works, once you know how things work, you could then break the rules to get the results that you want. So you always got to know the rules before you could break the rules. Asking why is super important. And like Westport University, I am a very visual learner. Show me once and I'll get it. Read the book 3 or 4 times and I'm just enough to be dangerous. So everybody learns a little bit differently. And that's why it's rad to have such a big community, because we all cover it in different ways.
Come on, everybody. Who do you learn from, man? Give me your best. Give me a favorite YouTuber or somebody you found this year that you think we should all know about, man. Chad, you start. We'll go read
all
right.
Yep. I mean, genetics wise, breeding cannabis goes by Chimera. He is one of the most brilliant minds that we'll ever see and have. He works very, very deep within that field. So he is a gift and a gem to us. I get a lot of good information from him, but current inspiration too right now, not even cannabis related. We mentioned it the other day, but plants in jars. I'm really about learning tissue culture. She's an excellent teacher. She speaks to my visual sense of learning. Yeah, plants in jars. That's who I got inspiration for.
Hell yeah. I reached out to her, Lure, her name is, and I said hello. She's aware of us, but I think she's a little freaked out, man, Thanks so. Well, I tried her to get on the show, but we'll see, man. I'm working it. All right. She's cool though. Yeah. Is anybody gonna? I don't know.
Welcome, JR Token.
Big shout out, JR.
Oh man.
What is up, y'all? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, brother.
Happy New Year's, brother.
Great hanging out.
JR Token. He's like the uncle of the grow community.
I got one someone hasn't mentioned. So everybody. Subcool is my number one, right? Everybody knows that guy, right? He goes back to 2006. He was making YouTube videos. He was like the first guy. But someone we haven't mentioned yet is Kevin Jodrey. Yeah. He puts out a lot of good informational videos that I've seen over the years, and interviews I've actually done with him with a group of panel or seen him on other shows.
Yeah, that Pakistan trip he did was absolutely insane, man. To see getting it. I love when like Strain Hunters does that too, where they go into like where these genetics were developed originally and try to find like the slight variations that they could bring back. That's just so fascinating to me.
Yeah.
But Discovery Channel
they just put out a new series, didn't they?
Yeah,
they got
did you see the most?
Dude, I've been watching it like a kid, and so every morning I'm like, it's out.
Who is this now? Who is this?
Strain Hunters.
Yeah, Arion.
Like
Arion is kind of
or somewhere they're at right now.
I can't even say the name.
Yeah,
Arion.
He's Zero Stain. Yeah.
There we go.
Kevin Jodrey, though, great name. Whenever I always describe like terpene profiles and just different categories, I always credit him, because years ago he said there's 4 major categories. You got fruity, floral, earthy, and gassy. Pretty much everything fits into there. And if you're a breeder, try to have something in each of those 4 categories. You keep everybody happy.
But is that true? I know a product for everyone is a product for no one. I subscribe to that theory, meaning that, man, if you try to just please everybody, kind of falls on deaf ears, or you got to be a specialist at this point.
Well, the thing I think that's happened now that legalization has happened is people go into a shop and they see 31 flavors and they're getting used to the idea of 31 flavors. And so as a breeder, or even as like a clone distributor, you kind of do want to represent the best of each of those categories. As far as like, the citruses and the funks and the skunks and the gas and all that. These are all profiles that people are starting to cling to, because I myself, I don't like citrus as much, but I love gas and funk. And
Oh
so
yeah.
I think being able to make sure that you have a representation of that is super important. And something I thought was interesting about what Arion and those guys are doing is, if you watch that, when they're out there sniffing the buds, and these are all land races that have been there for years, they're describing most of the profiles that we have in the market today. I hear him saying, "Oh, this one's kind of lemony," or "Oh, wow, this one's kind of gassy and funky," and so it's like I wonder what terpene profiles are out there that have not been represented in the last 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of it is too, is it's just we've got so many hybrids, polyhybrids, and so many mixes that like you're gonna find one flavor of the rainbow across the board somewhere. But I think the point of not trying to please everybody makes sense in most things. But with genetics, it's like you have one of those pieces to represent the primary colors or each of those 4 flavors, and each breeder has their own version. You know, that's I think that would make the most sense. Where like I'm gonna go to Chad. I want to get Chad's gassy genetic, his fruity genetic. You know what I'm saying? He'll maybe only have 4, but there'll be those 4 categories that I'm looking for. And his 4 will be different from my 4, or from Swank Genetics 4, or from Todd McCormick's 4. And I think that's the beauty of shopping around, but hitting those categories. And if you like those categories, then I like gassy primarily only, earthy too. So I'm only sticking with those. I'm never going to get the others. But it's a beautiful thing when you can go to that person that you like and say, well, I don't like that palette, but I want to support the brand. And you got at least one of those 4. You know, for the 4 horse women, we'll say.
Sorry, I just cleaned it. That's a Q-tip right there, man.
At least it's not from your ear.
And in the past,
where'd you pull that out from?
In the past, some guys would be just known for that one thing, like they would be the Z guy, you know.
Yep.
But as we're not, as our market is, you know, kind of expanding, and there's more and more flavors and more genetics being offered, those the ones I don't think are as important as they used to be. So isolating yourself just on one variety and being that guy, it can be dangerous.
Yeah, I think a specialist is one thing, but it's like in this strain world, it's such a unique thing. Like the hardcores, I could smoke the same shit for 10, 20 years, dude. Like I love Headbanger. I keep growing it, keep smoking it. But the regular casual consumer, they want that 31 flavors. They want something new today. You know, the hype thing that some rappers talking about, something their buddy in California had. And it may have that same 4 profiles. Slight variations, though. It's like now we've got, instead of red, we've got Auburn or brick red. But it's still in the red category. So it's like, I think that's cool, but it also gets so oversaturated where everybody wants to do everything. And then you've got guys who have just this huge lineup. And it's like, well, shit, what don't you have? I don't need to go anywhere else. And I think that's what their goal is to try to have you only shop with them versus being a specialist of your really solid genetics that you run, you know?
Another thing you should consider is how people are coming onto cannabis now. A lot of people, younger especially, are entering through that pen and vape world. And so there's a profile of cannabinoids that, or of terpenes that kind of fall favorably into that. And so that kind of skews the directions in the palette, I think, of the way people are consuming.
That's such a good observation, dude. I didn't even think about that. New consumers aren't going to have the shit that we're thinking about as those 4 flavors. They're going to probably think of 2.
Yeah, and they're like the way OG Kush impacted us has no relevance to them at all.
No.
That is so
And then
true.
with a lot of those vape products too, you run into some of the stuff that's kind of like the more artificial and some of the synthetic terpene profiles that you won't really find in nature.
And that's a bad representation of cannabis. Man.
Yeah.
Jump in here, man.
Yeah.
You're a breeder. I want to know your thoughts.
Well, that's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about the representation of the flower. But if we're talking these products which they're being introduced to, flower, what's that? I don't smoke pre-run, you know? So it has to be
pre-run.
Pre-run.
I like that. That fucking
pre-run.
That's a blast from the past.
Well, yeah. Haven't heard that in a long time.
But you guys I'm pretty much extracts, man. I mean, it's just cleaner on my lungs these days, and it is delicious. This is no, this isn't rosin, but still, it's a representation of squeezing out the best of the best of the cannabis. So I'm a fan. I do one, maybe two of these, and I'm good to go.
Coming from a guy who's like survived the last 3 decades on high end flower, I can tell you that market is nearly gone. It is so much harder to find people who are interested in high end flower now that the rosin and pin thing is taken over.
Dude, it's crazy, man. Like I feel like an old dude everywhere I go when I'm smoking blunts of flower. They're like, you don't have a Puffco or a Carta with you? I'm like, what? Like a purse I just carry with me with a fucking dab brick everywhere I go? I've got kids, dude.
I got a joint behind my ear. Come on.
Yeah, I can sneak this. I've got a couple dubes in my pocket.
You're gonna carry like a little man satchel with it.
You have to have a man purse, otherwise you're not invited to the sessions these days. Like literally, dude, I'll go places and I light up a blunt and I see people like whip their head because everyone's dabbing and I'm the one guy who's smoking. And it's just that's
shows
weird.
Up with Puffco, all right, and I'm happy that he does. All right, man, it's classic.
No, it's better for your health. I just can't do it myself. I and plus mine died. I'm gonna keep it 100,000% with you. Mine's dead. That's the biggest reason I don't use it all the time. But if I did have it, I wouldn't take it with me everywhere. Just because, again, like I'm that blunt guy. I can sneak a blunt in a little carrying case.
But did you give somebody a pass if they're carrying? Sorry,
I'm gonna hang out with them.
Man purse. And then they pull out like a Puffco, everything, Q-tips. You're like, all right, man, you got cool, man.
Those are the real heady stoners. When somebody pulls up with one of those with Q-tips and all the fucking accessories, I'm like, brother, come with us tonight.
Tom shows up with like a Pelican case. He's got a thing of alcohol, a washing tray, Q-tips.
You need those friends, dude. You need those friends.
I got a buddy who has a e-nail set up in his rig so that when he's driving down the road, he could just take the hoops.
Hey,
allegedly.
That's insane.
I thought it was insane.
Yes, man.
Oh yeah, he's ready to roll.
Holy crap!
Why would joints were always cool back in the day? If the cops or something got behind you, you could just kind of like throw them out at the window or eat them or something.
Yeah, you want to throw it.
Raise your hand if you've eaten weed.
Oh my
to get rid of evidence.
Only voluntarily, not involuntarily.
Allegedly, on my way home from jiu-jitsu not too long ago. Allegedly, allegedly, I was going
never had to swallow a joint real quick.
Yes, who has
half a blunt?
This guy.
I really have a joint. The tobacco leaf was just like.
There's a New Year's resolution for everybody who hasn't made one yet. In 2026, don't swallow the joint.
Don't really have
to. We gotta say goodbye to Tanazi. He's got to head out. So Sacred 3 mushrooms, y'all. Go type that into Google. Find my man.
TanaziGardens.com.
I'm surprised I haven't got kicked out. I've been here forever. I'm just sneaking in.
Well, I decided once we crossed an hour, I was like, let's just go Brady Bunch. Let's bring everybody in.
Yeah,
my kids have friends over. I'm nobody here. I'm fucking nobody now.
I feel like we're close to accomplishing our goal, man. And our goal was to have a bunch of friends over and have ourselves a New Year's party. And I asked if you'd get my back on it, and brilliant, sir. Brilliant, man. Man, shout out to you, brother. You are a hell of a creative partner, sir. Like I'm all baked and being all sentimental.
Dude, the whole brand since the team has evolved, man, from the outside in, knowing what it takes behind the scenes, dude. And to run the team, to have it, you got a fucking all-star squad, dude. Everybody's cool as shit. That's one of the biggest #1 things. They can hang out, smoke, actually smoke. They're not posers. And the skills that they bring behind it. I mean, banner, high C. Everybody is crushing it, and I think that's the key thing, man. Is you guys got the good synchronicity. You work well together.
Banner, you're included in this
always,
team, brother. All right.
Oh, always.
Cameras on you, brother.
Always.
No, this team is awesome. It really is a labor of love, and the extended team is Team Cannabis, man. That's all of us.
Oh, yeah,
speaking of that, I was going to shout out just a few cannabis legends of my own. It all started with Jorge and that book. It all started with that goddamn Cannabis Bible. Jorge, shout out to him. He's one of the first YouTube videos ever. And then after Jorge, my next big notebook was Jay Maestro. Jay Maestro taught me as much about growing herb as anybody out there. So shout out to Maestro.
I'd say the same thing. I met Maestro back when Google had its version of a social media app. And I didn't understand how social media worked at all. But I knew if I put at Maestro, I would get answers to any questions I had. And that's how I developed a relationship with Jay Maestro. And then I met Scotty and learned about recharge and soil microbes and soil biology, and that's kind of what started my whole journey, was being, exposed to the knowledge that Jay was breaking down. And back then, it was hard to find really good, solid cannabis information, and I think that no offense, guys, but I think that void has been filled.
Nowadays, they got something for everybody.
Yeah, for real.
Van Patten was the OG. I like that, Michael. He's well aware of the history.
And I started my journey really on the Overgrow forum. The Overgrown forum had, some of those guys like the Bushy Old Grower and a bunch of those dudes.
Sure.
That
did
are.
You meet him? He's really
no, I did not. I never did get a chance.
Bog. He showed up at the DGC Cup one year, man, and Mrs. Bog.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
And we haven't mentioned Ed Rosenthal. We have to shout out to him as well.
Big shout
out. Bog.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bog. Bog was there. I know, JR, you remember.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna be working on a video here soon. I put out a video on a history of Durban poison, and I credited a bunch of stuff to Ed Rosenthal and other people, and I had a guy in my comment section named Jim, and I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? And he says, I'm Mel Frank, and I'm like, and turns out it's actually Mel Frank. I hit up Todd McCormick, and it is him, and man, he have a lot of stuff to say about some of my favorite heroes in the game that I'm like, what is this, like professional wrestling?
It's crazy.
There's definitely there's definitely camps, like particularly around the 80s when a lot of seed banks started. There's
dude, I know, and it's like it sucks to even hear. I'm like, just tell me about the plant. It don't hurt my heart. I love all these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've met half of them in person, so I'm like, these are cats that when I met them, I was like, holy shit, dude. Oh my God, like, legendary, like people do when they meet me, which just trips me out. I'm like, who the fuck am I, dude? Just some dude on YouTube. But then these guys, like, they're the ones with arrows in their backs. You know what I'm saying? Like, risking their livelihood and their lives, having to change their whole name and move to different countries just to be able to be involved in this industry, in this community. It's like, you got to respect it, no matter what scathing shit may be out there. The work that's been put in is insane with a lot of these OGs, man. They're still doing it to this fucking day. It's nuts.
Absolutely.
I think that might be one thing that comes out of all of this, like rescheduling or whatever. I think it's definitely going to do a lot for normalization of the plant, but it might come at the cost of some other things. So,
yeah.
Like what do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, for instance, let's use like ibuprofen as an example, right? Ibuprofen, everybody accepts it. You can walk into Walgreens, get it over the counter, but still, it's illegal to synthesize in your own home.
Yeah.
That's my worry, dude. That's what I've been saying. It's like, what about steroids? Like, all the states have their constitutional rights for growing, and I think everything's cool there. But the thought that people think everything's going to go, we're good, weed's legal, it's like, damn, CVS is not going to give us flour. They're going to give I mean, they don't give you poppies. They don't give you your opiates as a poppy. You're not getting opium. You're getting some synthesized crazy shit into a pill that's killing your liver and getting
or some type of pill.
Well, you're already seeing that. You're already seeing that media spin in motion. Starting about 3 months ago, we started seeing the scromiting thing, and now I just saw on the news. I just saw that OHSU has released information that THC doesn't help for pain, and they show a marijuana plant, right? That's one compound. They're representing the entire plant off one compound, and they're using a media spin to start getting you to start thinking about cannabis in a different way. And that's like I said, the next play. And I seen this play when the psilocybin route came. Sanjay Gupta gets on CNN and tells everyone they don't want to get their psilocybin naturally. They should get it from a lab where it's safe and it's derived and you know what you're getting, you know what I mean? That exact spin is probably going to happen with cannabis too, but in my opinion, the cat's out of the bag. Those things of regulating steroids and regulating Tylenol and all that shit, you can't grow that shit in your backyard. And if you look at the trajectory of where we've gone with cannabis through prohibition, the main fights were don't go to jail, recognize it as a medical plant. Well, we just had that achieved. However you feel politically about the person who did it, the fact that he did it from the conservative side of the aisle brings more validity to the medicinal use of the plant. Had someone, in a more liberal perspective done that, like, whatever, I won't say names. But anyways, if Sleepy Joe would have done that,
We're talking politics, you goofball.
it would have been it would have been a liberal agenda, but because their Messiah said it was so,
I have no idea. Cut him off, will you?
No, but I think
it was accepted. It's
history
accepted
shows
way more as a
conservative.
medicinal plant across the consciousness of America.
I don't care.
I will say, like, not to say either sides, but history does show more left-leaning has pushed for legalization in areas, and then allegedly more staunch old guys on the right have it, not the younger people. And so it sounds now, it's like, wow, shit, if that side's saying it's okay, then it must be. But again, the fact that all the same people that are standing there that RFK was saying are evil and killing us are all standing there with him, smiling, saying, sweet, we get all this access, we get funding, this is ours now. For me, I don't know. I didn't think it was great.
I
got to tell you,
we're talking about it though. Like the national poll numbers haven't been 80% of the population in support of it for years, which it has been. So like we've all been on the same page. It's just a matter of getting it done through there. And I think the catch-22 with the unfortunate side of Schedule 3 and the pharmaceutical takeover is for them to make their medicines, to have them patented. They actually have to prove it works. So we are going to get research that is going to support what we've been saying this whole time. But no, they're not going to make it in a flower form. It's going to be stupid. But at least we'll get that research to confirm everything. We're like, dude, guys, smoke
just suppositories only.
Yeah, right.
Possibly,
My biggest fear is though they'll go if like Monsanto gets some of their money in there, like what they did with some other agriculture, like corn and soybeans, and then you got to worry about like an even further to whatever seed sales or clone sales. If it gets to the point to where they can start making like proprietaries or start to like patent certain strains and consider them like intellectual properties.
That's the move. Is they're going to be trying to push genetics towards intellectual property, and they now have isolated genes that are responsible. There's a couple of them they've isolated that will allow the plant to be resistant to powdery mildew. And so as they start building these into cultivars, no, you're not mad at that, but you can see the direction they're
did
going
with the corn, man.
You see the direction that Monsanto type direction that they're going. So like if I have a field of cannabis and it's pollinated with a guy down the road who has the pollen of the special stuff or whatever, and then my genetics show their, it's the same thing with wheat here in Oregon. We have that same problem. So our wheat farmers who aren't on board, those guys will get sued for having the newer genetics that are built into their wheat.
Cross-pollinated.
And so that IP thing, and that's why I think they're going to put a stranglehold on seeds and the sharing of genetics is so that they can start strangling hold those IPs and start establishing. And if you look at the way Canada is broke down, because Canada has been at it, about 5 or 6 years now of legalization. First, they tried to offer irradiated weed to their people as a solution, and that fucking failed. And so, if you kind of look at the pains and the struggles that they're going through, you could see kind of some of the similar patterns that we might be going through as well.
Dude, I
think that's what we'll have to watch out for, though, because, like, I don't really think that, like, if, like, me, for instance, I'm medically licensed by my state to have my plant count, all that good stuff. So I don't really think that they'll step in and micromanage that much, but they'll just try to make it to where you don't have the ability to, because you can't get your hands on the genetics.
Yeah, I think if
I
you're
don't like
almost
the
like
threat.
grandfathered in, maybe, you know, hopefully.
Yeah, I don't like the threat of it though. Even if they say, you know, nobody can home grow and we're sitting here with the 4 that we've previously been licensed for, whatever,
Right.
it's small. Why would they bother with us? They probably won't, but if they wanted to, they could.
Well,
Dude,
And
in Michigan, they
that's the
tried,
whole
man. They
bit
had the
of
MCMA.
business,
I think
right?
more than anything else, though, man, to be honest with you, because like you'd be surprised, like you'd think that like Chicago is like the wild, wild west or something. As far as certain things are, it actually is somewhat regulated. But if I go to kind of like some more of the sleepy suburbs of, you know, south suburbs right outside of Chicago, you'll come up on these places that look like a gas station, but when you go in, it's like a lounge. Like there's like video gaming machines. They got these like weird kratom products, kratom vapes. They have like every cannabis, cannabinoid product in there that you could like ever imagine. You know what I mean? So I
But
would
if
say those guys are probably going to get the biggest kind of pinch here.
I think that the retail side of things and the production of cannabis products outside of growing it yourself, there's going to be a decent market for that. But I don't know. I think that growing the flower and the plant itself, if you look at the trajectory, it's getting more and more expensive to produce it, and you're getting less and less for it, right?
The
And
race
so
to the
that's
bottom.
pushing, right. And then you have the idea that, oh, hey, this plant's been made medicinal in the minds of America. And so everyone who has a problem is going to try to grow it in their backyard. You know what I mean? And more people are going to try growing it now. I bet you this
The
next
government
summer,
loves
more people,
competition.
I bet next year more people are growing cannabis than ever before. And I think that it's going to go like just an expensive shrubbery at some point. It's like I have this really awesome rose bush in my back. It cost me $35 to get this rose bush cut. You know what I mean?
Plant sign that says "Don't pollinate my buds." Man.
I mean, if it goes
More of
past
an
Schedule 3, but
ornamental
Schedule
variety.
3, they're not
Because
going to let
what
you
court in this
manufacture any of that shit.
No.
Schedule
What do you
3,
say,
that's
Rob?
like you're
what
screwed.
court?
I can't hear you.
Well, I'm saying Schedule 3, you're screwed. You know, it's like you're manufacturing a Schedule 3 drug. You can't, like, it's not like we're growing tomatoes in the backyard or a mint for, you know, essential
that is
oils or
true,
things
man.
that are like, it'd be cool. But it's like, I think that the states that have it already, it'll probably work. But we've already had internal lobbying against the home growers here in Michigan with the MCMA. They tried to remove our rights as caregivers and strip us down as caregivers. And the only reason that didn't get pushed is these are small brands. These are local Michigan companies. Now, when we're talking big beyond MSOs, we're talking huge companies that can get into this, like Johnson and Johnson and you know, Pfizer. They're not going to be like, hey, these guys are okay. Because imagine if the recreational guys thought that we were a threat. You don't think that these other guys that have people who just do consultation companies that give them all the information, that do all the nitty gritty, they're going to be like, hey, the big thing is this home grow community. So what we need to do is first remove this loophole for hemp, make it so seeds and genetics are hard to do. Then Schedule 3, that way we can hold it, control it, patent it. And then we roll full legalization so that way the corporations can grab a hold of it. And then those little fuckers who still want to do it, if they're that passionate, then they can get into it. And we'll buy their company from them once they get big.
Like, the problem with that scenario is, though, what court in the land are you going to find that's going to convict someone for growing a few plants in their backyard for their medical needs? Now that the consciousness of America sees it as a medicinal plant, it's going to get very difficult to. And if you have an overgrowth situation where people are just throwing up plants in their backyards for their medical needs or whatever their needs are,
I have them show up. They show
it's
up.
going to be a cat out of the bag kind of thing.
More of like a civil infraction.
Well, I think that's the thing is regulation. How are they going to regulate this? They need to create a new,
what happens is,
you know,
a lot of times they'll make rules and laws that they economically cannot enforce. We have that here in the state of Oregon. As long as you're not getting complaints from your neighbor and you're not a total fucking asshole, nobody cares. Like, no one cares. Like, I could have 20 plants in my backyard. As long as my neighbors are cool, nobody cares.
People care, man.
I think that's a community thing, you know. It's like,
As long as you're not
we-
a dick about it.
Yeah, as long as you're not a dick in that
That's
community.
the
Us,
thing. My
once
six
it's
plants
like
made
my
me
neighbor's my farmer. Like, JR, if you're supplying it for you're the farmer for the neighborhood, so to speak, people will champion that person because you're creating a medicine for their grandma, for this other person. But it's like, until we get to that point of like every state having their own rights. It's this federal rule that comes in. I'm loving Michigan's rules for me. I'm very comfortable. I have 12 plants, recreational or medical. I can have 12 per patient medical. So it's like, it's comfortable. But then on the other end of stuff is all the people who don't have it. Schedule 3 could be good for having some access.
Yeah.
And that's
And
where I
strength-
think I'm selfish as a home grower. I'm like, fuck it. But then I'm like,
And
wait.
then I think for certain things too, like even for elderly people, I think there was something that they put in there where they were proposing for like elderly people to be able to get like
CBD or something.
CBD through like their insurance or Medicare or whatever, which definitely is
And I
not
think
available
veterans
till
too,
now.
stuff for veterans as well too. So I think they're
I saw that in there.
Yin and yang, man. There's good and evil. There's bad, and, it's like there's a lot of doom and gloom for some of us, and I really hate the genetic side of shit. But that aspect of mental health in America, I think this could potentially be a really good thing for a lot of people, for physical, mental, spiritual shit.
Just might give us some discomfort as home growers, but at the same time, where it's going to go for normalization, it's kind of a trade-off.
We got to take some arrows in the back, so to speak, as the pioneers of the home grow.
I know I
community.
grew before it was like a safe space, back when you could like go to jail for getting found with like a joint roach in the ashtray of your car. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But it's going to be great to see the plant seen in a better light, and people have more access to the medications that they need, plus the research science side of things.
Yeah. I just wonder what all the other science that's come out, if they're just going to disregard everything, or now they'll be like, okay, thousands of studies now from Israel and from Oregon and from Washington.
Can they profit from it?
Can they? Well, yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Great point, Chad. Is there money?
There are so many bad studies that I've seen recently. Like there's like a fresh crop. We were talking about the scromiting. There is this fresh crop. Oh yeah, you guys were talking about it before. THC doesn't help with pain. I saw that one, and I saw like 20 different versions of it, man. And it came from some shady journal, Dude, so, gotta watch out, man.
I think that's why it's important that while we do strengthen our medical programs in our states, because that's going to give us a little more ability to flex, I think,
a little bit more leeway.
Yeah, and to kind of bolster up against states' rights, because this whole thing has been Schedule 1. It couldn't get any worse. There could not be worse penalties federally than there is right now. And so
Jay Weed says it right here. The Schedule 1 and then plus a gun is a 10-year minimum mandatory. Dude,
and see, that's a big thing too, man. Is the crimes that to be able to not get charged with Schedule 1. Narcotics is a big thing too. I feel selfish every time I'm being like, what, our genetics and home growth. It's like we are such a small subsector of consumers. Majority of us are consumers. Some don't even consume, but it's like we always need to fight for our right to grow. I think it is super mandatory. My big concern is, again, as they see, okay, we're going to push out the recreational brands. We're going to push this out. We're going to run the American cannabis game. Well, what happens when they realize that people aren't buying that dog shit? They're still growing their own. They're still going to their buddy. They're still like, are they going to come and fight us like the Michigan, grows did to us? The commercial companies, the MSOs, they tried to fight us as caregivers. That's a small sector. I can only imagine what the country will do.
Hey, I have to run downstairs to grab some food. Don't end the stream for at least 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
You guys are all different spots of the country, man. Our Chad will start with you. Rate the commercial weed scale from 1 to 10. And I don't even know what part of the country are you in.
I know I'm up in the West Coast. Man? I'm up in Washington, but 4 for a reasonable price. There's probably 8s out there, but it's way more than anybody should pay and way more than a medical patient could pay.
But
West Coast is crazy for prices out there, dude. Crazy.
What's you guys don't want to know what the prices are here.
Chicago is awful too, dude. I walked out of a dispensary. You couldn't even see the weed either. I had to go on a laptop.
They bring it from the back, and it's like in a sealed thing. But we're getting taxed 3 times before you walk out the door. You're getting taxed Illinois State, Cook County, and City of Chicago.
Jeez, man.
And that's what keeps.
That's how you're paying like $78 cash for an eighth by the time you walk out of there.
Aren't in this shit, dude. That's why the guys who grow good weed are not in this space, because we're like, dude, I know I couldn't do that. And I don't want it to be processed and kept all shitty like that. Like, no.
A lot of consumers don't know when they walk into those doors, they're trained to look for a THC number, but they should be looking for a harvest date.
Right.
Yeah, dude, that's what most people
not
do.
something they're going to provide.
Yeah. Most
They do
dispensaries
here.
You, really?
Yeah. You can ask
Yeah,
for the
Michigan,
harvest
they do
date
too.
and they'll tell you.
Yeah, I think they do have it.
Yeah, in Chicago,
I
you can't
never-
see harvest
never
date. You
go
can't
back.
see when it was packaged. Nothing. All they're going to show you is the THC percentage in the strain.
It's like an old shitty dealer. Back
Did
in the day.
Michigan
No matter
go
what it is,
back?
take it, go. It's like, what?
Goes in your hand, the money.
You get home and you're like, oh man,
This is
they gave me a
moss.
bunch.
He might have dropped a couple orange peels in there to freshen it up a bit.
They forgot to take it out. You're like, damn, that's the 0.5.
So is Michigan still is they deli style again, where you can open the jar, smell it, look at it before you buy it?
Michigan probably has 10 good brands out of like 300. So when I say like Michigan's got good commercial weed, no.
Sure.
The guys that I know who are caregivers who have brands now who are doing stuff, yes. The majority, no. But it's like the price is the toppest of top shelf, unless you're in Detroit, maybe, because Detroit sometimes thinks that they still get tourism for anything big other than just the sports. They'll charge maybe $2.50 for an ounce, but it's usually $2 or less for pretty solid stuff. But again, you got to know the farms to go through. It's not strain names, harvest dates, anything. It could be garbage. You got to know the farm that produced it. And it's tough if you're not plugged in. I was a director of marketing and operations for a brand here in Michigan. So I knew more people. I got lucky. But it's like majority of people, they go in and they're like GMO and they're smoking just straight Flint water terps. Nothing. Just shit. With a little hint of iron rust.
Yeah. No, the name game is strong.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Doesn't really matter so much though. Oops. Oh, Grambo's back, huh?
Everyone's got his
Grambo
food.
was driving, man.
Rambo.
Were you driving this thing? What were you doing, man?
I'm on the pooper.
I'm getting something. I'll be back upstairs in a sec.
Grambo, I tell you, man, probably let's say we do an hour and a half or so, man. So I'm very happy hanging out. This was truly awesome. And so I see you're being dad over there, man. I'm gonna let everybody do their thing this New Year's.
Aw.
Yay.
Little Graham.
Gotta feed the little one.
Heck yes,
Yeah.
everybody. We'll wish everybody a happy new year. I had a great time hanging out. I appreciate all y'all for coming by. The chat was popping. I guess the dude popped in. I don't know if he had technical difficulties or just realized that I wasn't going to shut up and left. But happy new year to everybody. DGC. I tell you, before we go, everybody give yourself a shout out, man. Chad Westport, you start, sir.
Thanks, Scotty. ChadWestport.com is where to find all my gear and merch, and Chad Westport on YouTube. Thanks for having me, everybody. Have a great 2026. It's going to be a good year. Peace out, guys.
Respect. All right, Rob, you're up, sir. Everybody knows you.
Oh, my name's Rob from CLTV and From the Stash. Check me out on FromTheStash.com. We just dropped our first seed drop, which is crazy. Just 100 small to the community. Shout out to the homie Swank the Tank. That's our partner, Swank Genetics. Pretty cool. And we just launched Stash Nutrients too. So we have our bloom and our base. So it's been a crazy year, dude. It's been a cool one. But yeah, check me out. I do stuff, do weed videos.
Hey, I saw your guys' spot on the latest Cannacribs episode.
Yeah, dude, that was pretty
That's
sweet,
super
man.
tight. And that episode they did of that farm, that living soil
Dude.
farm, there's so much good information in that episode. Crazy.
Unbelievable. The whole come up was crazy, but to have that kind of space in Montana, I need to get out to Montana. I had no idea how cool it was. It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's like pretty. I mean, it seems
Things I've never
opportunistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's 100%, dude. It's like early Oklahoma, we'll say.
Yeah, for real, for real.
How about yours?
Good. What's up, guys? I appreciate you having me on, man. Happy New Year.
Later, Rob.
See you guys.
Good hanging, Rob. Be good, brother. Come on, JR. Give yourself a proper shout out, man. JR big time token, man.
Hey, thanks, guys. 2025 was a year that was rough, I think, for a lot of people. I feel a lot of hope for 2026. Things are shaking down. Shit's about to get weird. So buckle up and enjoy it, kids.
Right on. Is that Chick-fil-A, Grambo? When I say Chick-fil-A, I go, what day is it? Makes me do the math, man. At least it makes you question when Sunday is, man.
Oh, and I got tokensroots.com is fully functional for mobile and for PC. So go check out tokenroots.com.
Heck yeah, man. All right, Cortez the Conqueror, sir.
What's going on, everybody? It's Cortez the Conqueror. So, admittedly, I kind of have been slacking on putting out content here, but 2025 was definitely a year getting settled into the married life here. I don't know, kind of went through a couple things towards the tail end of 2025 as well, but starting the year off strong. If anybody's interested, this Sunday, starting an all new Clone to Harvest series, something that I've been working on with real growers in connection with AC Infinity. So I'm definitely pretty stoked about that.
Me too.
But other than that, I'm making a commitment to drop content at least like once a month. So, like the first Sunday of every month, check for me on YouTube. Other than that, for the year, what I got going on pretty soon here, within maybe a few weeks, I'm starting this autoflower breeding project. So, this is going to be my first time making seeds on purpose.
Hell yeah, man.
But I've been reaching out to some people in the community. Got pretty good people that I can pick their brain when needed. Guys like Daz, guys like Scott from Easy Days Cultivators. Few people I've been talking to make sure that I'm doing it the right way and not just kind of pollen chucking. But trying to make a bigger impact on the autoflower community and just kind of represent regardless of what's going on. So
I love it. Respect, man. You're the one that turned my head to autoflowers. So hell yeah. All right, boys. Who said that, man? The live was hot as hell. This was fun.
This was a banger.
Fun, man. A banger, Grambo.
Yes.
Tanner, I'm sorry.
Definitely a star-studded cast, Scotty.
No worries. You know what? We got some good friends here, man. We got some cool folks. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. And I hope it's a great year for all y'all. That's y'all, plural. Yeah. And come on, let's do it, man. Let's grow some dank this year. And, man, let's have some fun. A lot of smiles, I hope. Yeah.
Later
on.
Some people love to blaze up the dank. Yeah, we get happy for noon. And with the boss man says to take a little break, that means